My name is Curtis Carmichael. I'm currently an educator and an equity outreach worker. And how I got connected with Nightlight was through football, actually. So I was a football player at Queens, and I heard about Nightlight Athletes in Action, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna check it out. And then I ended up staying for the next 5 years as a volunteer. The biggest learnings for me relate a lot to where I grew up. So I grew up in social housing, so I've been under poverty for a while. So I faced a lot of systemic barriers. So when I was here, I saw a lot of adults from different communities marginalized for mental health, addiction, living on the street, or being on government assistance. So I realized a lot of the barriers they faced. Sometimes I'll be here for 3 hours, I wouldn't even speak much, just listening. Because that's all a lot of the people I connected with, that's what they wanted. They wanted someone to listen, to validate how they're feeling, and then you can respond and give your input. Because they're not looking for you to change their life, they're not looking for you to give solutions, they just want someone to listen. It's not like a savior complex thing where I'm coming to save you or I'm coming to help you. It's like you come here, you spend time with someone, and you start realizing this is an act of service where we're kind of mutually helping each other along our own journeys. If you're being a servant, you're going everywhere. You're not just talking about it in academic discourses, you're actually going to where Jesus would go. So the idea of I call Jesus an activist because he went against political institutions and things that are set in place. So that means he was going where people didn't want to go and where people were uncomfortable. So I think it's very important to be uncomfortable because that's when we can actually face that, and discomfort will lead to a better understanding. So I think that's what I did. I went to places where I'd never been before. I was hanging out in the streets with some people, you know what I mean? Late nights, you know what I mean? Eating pizza at 3 a.m. Nightlight is a home where people meet other people that they have relationships with, and they develop them over time, and this place actually keeps them alive. For some people, this is what keeps them going in life. For some people, this is where you know what, they feel love. This is where they feel I'm a human, you know what I mean? I have a humanity, I want to experience love, I want to be cared for. So I think it really stays true to relationships beyond any boundaries. When I went back home, I'm okay, I've listened for 5 years from afar. Now it's time to, help people in this community not only survive, but to thrive. So I think it's helped me get to the point where I want to be an educator, but not in the system. I want to start my own education initiatives in order to help kids of all ages and parents as well, so they can actually have a chance in the world that we live in. You can come here thinking you're actually, getting more than you're giving, but it's kind of mutual. You come here and you learn from one another, and the second you leave, you realize we need each other.